Fuel is a considerable expense. It's your greatest expense when travelling, most likely, so it deserves its own tab. I'm assuming that you will leave with a full tank. You enter your odometer, and that's the only thing you do for that first fuel fill up. All I do then is enter the first few bits of information, and the rest is calculated for me. So let's say the next day, the 5th of the 5th, at Townsville, my odometer reading might be 65,000, and you'll see here that it automatically calculates how many kilometres I've travelled since the last fill. Let's spend $200 on fuel, and the most expensive fuel so far and the cheapest fuel so far. So let's call this $1.80.9. That's now the cheapest. And how many litres of fuel did I buy for that $200? Let's say I bought 100 litres of fuel. Everything's calculated for me based off that. You can see I'm now getting 13.8 litres per 100 kilometres for that last fill up. And here's how much I've spent so far on fuel and how far I've travelled. In the fuel summary, which is further down the sheet and it's already been updated, I can click there or I can just drag down. Makes no difference. Here's my fuel summary telling me that I've filled up 6 times, that much fuel, travelled that far. There's my overall fuel consumption, how much fuel is costing per litre on average. Some other information here about my total fuel cost and 30 cents per kilometre. Here's my cheapest fuel and here's my dearest fuel. Now I didn't enter any of that. 204.5. Let's go back up to 204.5 and let's say that happened now in Port Macquarie. As soon as I type something there and slide down, or this time I'll click on the fuel summary, you'll see that 204.5 happened there. So you don't do any of these you don't do any of data entry here. It's all calculated for you. I didn't have to unprotect the sheet because all of these columns here are expecting me to put data in. As soon as I try and do something here though, you can see there's a formula. So as soon as I try to accidentally enter information here, 800, I get challenged and it says, you can't do that. You have to unprotect the sheet. I don't need to. That's reminding me that that is protected. And the same goes for any of these other cells.